What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about broccoli. Yes, broccoli. As you can see on your screens, this was an Instagram post that I actually commented on myself, just volunteering my random services by issuing a comment. Now, obviously, the person that posted it, as you can see, they wrote thoughts. So that just pretty much opened up the door for everyone to write their thoughts. And my thought was to obviously respond and tell them basically what I would do with broccoli. Now, I initially read the comments before I tend to make my own comment, whether it's my own post or it's another post provided by some other Instagram user. I make sure to read the comments so that way when I create my own comment, I'm not lost in the sauce, if that makes sense to you guys. So basically, as I said, this person wrote, simply wrote thoughts. So the picture reads, broccoli actually tastes so fucking good, and there is a ton of people around the world who can very much argue the situation that broccoli actually tastes nasty. Growing up as kids, our parents were forcing us to eat vegetables, and our number one thought was vegetables were disgusting because they looked nasty on the plate. You know what I'm saying? Depending on whoever cooked it, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? When we're kids, you see something green with a lot of steam coming out of it, it was disgusting. So that was our initial thoughts. Please, mom, don't give me that. That's disgusting. I don't want to eat Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower and corn and peas. You know what I'm saying? And, beets, all the nasty fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. When we were children, if it wasn't sweet, we weren't going to eat, basically. I hate to sound like a Dr. Seuss rhyme, but that's just initially how we felt growing up. So yeah, once you got older, you start making these vegetables for yourselves. You finally decide to sit down and taste it and experiment with it, and you find that once you add certain other ingredients to these vegetables, they tend to taste good. So what I basically wrote was, during this situation, it depends on how people make it. You know what I'm saying? With broccoli and other vegetables, it depends on how the person that's cooking it makes it. So if the person decides to, saute it, you know what I'm saying, add like a little, sauce to the mix, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you're adding something new to what was already just bland and boring. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at this broccoli right here in the picture on the plate, yes, it looks boring, it looks disgusting. Jazz it up a bit. That's how I feel. But everyone in the world is entitled to their own opinion. So, as I wrote right here, as you can clearly see, this was 9 hours ago. It says, depends on how people make it. I add butter and seasoning salt for better taste. So, granted, when I made this post, I was not expecting anyone to actually like it nor comment on it. And so far, checking it, I have 448 likes on my one little comment, and I have this little thread going full of, reactions to my actual comment. 19 replies. So we're going to take a look at all of these replies, and basically we're going to read them and go through it because I didn't get a chance to actually read it. So here we go. Let's start off from the first strand. Now, this person named Brandy Lag 13. This person wrote, I do that and then throw it in the oven for a few good minutes. Tastes so good. So this person was pretty much agreeing with me that, he adds butter to it, and use a little seasoning salt. Now, seasoning salt actually makes food taste a lot better. And if you look on the labels of seasoning salt, they actually have like a plate of vegetables, there's meat, there's fish, there's a burger. It's telling you that this seasoning salt can basically make things taste better. Doesn't matter what you apply it to. So that's why I like my broccoli with seasoning salt on it. I can't just eat straight up broccoli raw because it has no taste, it has no flavor. And I like things that have taste, flavor, and a nice scent. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I didn't add that stuff to it, just looking at it and then smelling just generally raw steamed broccoli or something is just horrible, man, in my opinion. He's sleeping, but he still wants his cereal. All right, so let's go down to another comment. Here is another comment from Logan Chang. The real question is, who doesn't add butter and salt on their broccoli? That one's a pretty funny one. So now we have another one from most of Mandy. Me, I eat it raw. Okay. So this person obviously eats broccoli just straight out, you know what I'm saying? No seasoning, salt, no butter. He cooks it obviously, probably steams it, and he just eats it like that. And I don't have a problem with that. As I said, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but I just suggested, a better way to make, a meal taste even better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not um, no top chef or anything like that, but I do dabble in the kitchen just a little bit. And I had, older sisters, fortunately, four older sisters who all have children and who all cook very decently. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a thing or two in the kitchen. And then just having a mom who cooks and, a grandmother who cooked and several other aunties and stuff like that. So it was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, So I actually replied to one person earlier and I said, nah, you can't be doing that. But I was joking, you know what I'm saying? But then I added this to the comment. I said, you should try it the way that I actually, commented to see if there is a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you like to eat it raw, but try, adding a little butter and a little seasoning salt to it and see if you react to it, differently, like your taste buds. Like, does it make you want to scream and shout? Does it make you want to vomit? You know what I'm saying? You have to experience these things. You can't just blatantly say that something is gross without actually trying it. So we have more posts from Sanity ABR. He told one person to pause. Um, that comment is just basically, you know, the mind in the gutter kind of situation when he says he ate it raw. You have to put a pause on that. Um, that's just, the generation itself telling you that this is where we are in 2019. We're still in the gutter thinking negatively. Now we have another comment from Brandon. He says, bro, I do that and then I melt some cheddar cheese on it. And he has the drooling emoji face. Now that I have never tried, like adding my own cheese to it, but I have seen people eat broccoli with melted cheese, and it actually does look pretty good. So that is something that I will try, and I gave him a like for that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to, you know, throw any shade towards my way. He was agreeing with me. He says he does the same thing and he adds something else, even more to what I have added. So he took basically my styling and added, part of his styling to it, and he enjoyed it. You know, a lot of these names I can't pronounce, but this person who begins with a K, I'm just gonna call this person Kell. He says, laughing my ass off. I just suck the fuck out of that, and then I just throw it on the plate. So I'm kind of confused by what that means, but I'm guessing, that he sucks the broccoli and then he throws it on a plate. So maybe he does the same process in putting the butter and adding the seasoning salt, and he sucks the flavor off of the broccoli and he throws it back on the plate. That's kind of pointless, to be honest, because if you're applying this much to the broccoli, you should just actually eat the whole thing. But it is what it is. People have their own ways of eating food, and honestly, he sucks the flavor off of food and he throws it back on his plate. So, no arguments there. Okay, another comment from God is watching. Thank you for teaching me your ways. You're welcome. God is watching. Whoever you are most certainly welcome. I will give you a like for that comment. Thank you. Um, C. Grave. Okay, this person name is weird, so I'm just gonna call it CG. This person commented to me, Maraca. Now I don't know what that is implying. Maraca sounds like a place. Um, maybe they do the same process that I do in Morocco or something like that. Adding seasoning to their broccoli and butter. I don't know. That's a weird comment. We're just gonna scroll past it. Now we have another comment. Andy Hendrick 14 says, "Then it's just unhealthy, but I mean, whatever you like, chef." Listen, like, I'll give you a like for that comment, but at the same time, when you think about it, you're still initially eating the broccoli, so it's still considered healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I took the broccoli and dipped it in like maple syrup or, doused it with a bunch of like brown sugar or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do any of that to it. I just added seasoning to it. I can't eat things just raw out of the ground. I'm sorry. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? Even with fruit, you know, coming from whether it's coming from like a supermarket or straight from the orchard, you know what I'm saying? I go through the processes of washing and peeling the fruit. I can't just eat it straight out of the dirt. To me, it has a different taste, and I like, don't get me wrong, I like the freshness and stuff like that, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird to me. But I will give you a like for it because you did understand that everybody has their own ways of consuming food. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is entitled to their opinion because he obviously says, but whatever you like, chef. So, yeah, I'll give you a like for that comment. But I will tell you this, I'm definitely not a chef. Far from it. Um, most of Mandy says, yes, I can eat it. Tastes better raw. Okay. So he's pretty much saying that he can eat it my way, but his way of eating it raw tastes better for him. So, you know what I'm saying? No, you know what I mean? Like, no arguments there because, once again, everyone is entitled to their own opinions and everyone is entitled to consume food the way that they feel is the best. You know what I'm saying? So, no arguments there. Let's see what else we got. So we have another comment from Tasky7155. This person writes, I put some lemon on it. It's pretty good like that. Okay, so I'm going to give that person a like. Thanks for your comment. And I I don't know about lemon. It's a little zesty. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, broccoli itself has its own like little zest juice to it, you know? So adding lemon to it, I don't know. If you would have said like lemon zest or something, but I'm not sure exactly how this person does it. Maybe she squeezes a lemon over the broccoli. Um, I don't really like soury kind of fruit, so lemons I don't really do like that. I do drink lemonade though, and like pink lemonade or limeade, you know. But obviously, once I consume those things, it has tons of sugar in it, just to get all the soury taste out of it. I like it tasting sweet instead of, that zesty taste. But I will give you a like, thanks for the suggestion. Um, I can possibly try that in the near future. We'll see about it. Okay, Jessica writes, commenting to me. As you can see, I'm being tagged in every single comment, so I'm not making this up. Why, God, why do Americans have the need to take healthy food and just make it extremely unhealthy all the freaking time? I really don't get it, but butter and cheese makes everything taste better. So this person, obviously is, not American. And I have, nothing wrong with that initially. But my only concerns is the last part of her her comment basically. But butter and cheese makes everything better. Is she like trying to wrap her head around the situation? Does she think that everyone in America thinks that butter and cheese makes everything better? Because I honestly don't. But it honestly does depend on the situations. If I'm eating eggs, I have to have butter and, like salt and pepper and maybe some cheese, depending on if I want cheesy eggs or egg whites, you know. But butter is definitely very essential, and it has multi purposes. You can use it with everything. You don't always have to cook with oil, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to burn your pots up by just throwing food in there with nothing to support the pots on the bottom from staining. So, yeah, we're not going to give you a like, Jessica. I'm sorry. Next one, we have Aloha Sadie. She actually commented to Jessica, but I was also tagged in it. You like to drink coconuts with rum. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so these two people, honestly, they obviously know each other and they're having their own kind of conversation within this thread. And that happens to be a problem with, social media. Once you comment on something and other people start commenting, they change the thread around and you're still obviously being tagged in it, considering that this has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? These two are having a conversation, and yet I'm still tagged in it because this is my thread that people were commenting under. So they were commenting under my comment, and now they're adding their own whole entire conversation, which does have the, just doesn't have anything to do with broccoli. So Jessica comments back to Aloha Sadie by saying, coconut is healthy. Aloha, bitch. Wow. Okay, we're getting a little personal there. Aloha Sadie comments back to Jessica, rum isn't healthy. And Jessica comments back. She says, depends who you ask. If you ask Captain Jack Sparrow, it is super healthy, honey. Okay. Well, Captain Jack Sparrow isn't a real person. He's a fictionalized character. Like, come on. Haha, yeah, man, it's Dan. Broccoli is fucking banging, bro. It's so good. So he got 468 likes for that and only 3 replies. We're not going to go through that because it doesn't reply to me. This person writes, it's just freaking disgusting. It looks like trees. Sauteed with some butter and garlic with herbs. So yeah, let's give that a like because that's honestly a better way to, jazz up the plain, boring broccoli. As you can see, the person before her says it just looks fucking disgusting and it looks like trees. You know what I'm saying? And essentially, that's the mindset of a child. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this person thinks like a child, but when we were growing up as kids, that was our natural response. It looks like a tree and it's fucking disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But then as we got older, we got to, being adults and teenagers and we started craving things, so we had to go in the kitchen and experiment for ourselves, And one day I just happened to spill seasoning salt into my broccoli, and that's when the whole situation was born. I was like, wow, this tastes amazing. You know what I'm saying? And even, parents, when they're packing lunches, when they have to pack like a healthy snack and shit into your lunchbox, they're cutting up broccolis and, carrot sticks and stuff like that. They're putting like different dippings for your fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that kids, it's hard to get you to eat vegetables alone. So you have to add something to it to make you consume it. So yeah, you get like ketchup and you get like butter, you get like cheese, maybe like blue cheese and tartar sauce or ranch sauce. You know what I'm saying? You see those commercials, the ranch dressing. People are taking vegetables and dipping them in the ranch because vegetables by itself is just plain disgusting. That's what I feel. And I probably should have led off with that first, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at that commercial, you're dipping all sorts of vegetables within the ranch sauce and they're eating it, and kids are eating it because it tastes better. So just think about that, guys, when you're making vegetables, whether you're a parent, a teenager, or a young child, you know what I'm saying? If you want to consume vegetables and you want to enjoy vegetables, just spice it up a little bit and add something, that you feel will taste better and will help you enjoy it because vegetables are essentially good for your health, but you honestly have to want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? You don't want to be eating and being angry saying this is disgusting, but it's good for my colon. You know what I'm saying? Like, be happy while you're eating and be comfortable and just enjoy it because eating is definitely a way of life. You know what I'm saying? We're eating constantly. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly eating junk food. We we like things that taste good. That's our natural reaction. Our taste buds reacts on whatever we're putting into our bodies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, your taste buds are going to thank you if you decide to add something to broccoli or any other vegetable that's plain and bland. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm suggesting you guys do is just, you know, work well with your seasonings in the kitchen and try things and see how your taste buds react. If you think seasoning salt will work, you know, try it out because I did, and honestly, I enjoy it. Even if you don't want seasoning salt, maybe you just want regular salt or kosher salt, table salt. There's different kind of salts out there. Maybe you just want black pepper. You know, maybe you want to sprinkle a little cayenne pepper on there. You know what I mean? If you like a little heat, you know. Maybe you want garlic or, lemon zest or something, lemon pepper. You know what I'm saying? Get creative and enjoy food. So that's all I got to say about today's Instagram video. Now, this isn't going to be a thing that I'm always going to put on my channel, but I just wanted, to show you guys that generally, when you comment on a post, it doesn't normally have to be your own post, but whenever you comment on something, the world will have its own reaction, and it doesn't matter how famous you are, people are going to reply. You know what I'm saying? I do have, a pretty decent amount of followers on Instagram, but that has nothing to initially do with, me commenting on a photo that wasn't even mine. You know what I'm saying? I was just surprised at the amount of likes and the amount of comments within that thread. It was crazy, and this is something that I, typically enjoy. I love talking to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if we know each other or not, I just love replying to you guys and starting up a conversation. And, a lot of people was actually agreeing with me, saying that they liked that process, you know what I'm saying? And there's a few other people that use the same process and add other stuff. As I said earlier, with someone, melting cheddar cheese on it, you know, and another person adding lemon to it, so don't be afraid to comment on people's stuff, put your thoughts if it says thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, they want to hear your thoughts. They want to see what's going on in your brain. So that's the reason why I commented on this photo, And since I have my Instagram up here, you guys can follow my Instagram. Once again, this is my only Instagram. If you see another that is claiming to be me, it is not me. Take a screenshot if you need to, because I will leave it up as long as possible until I end the video, because I want you guys to know that this is my only Instagram account. Now, I'm not accepting direct messages right now, but you can tag me in posts, and I will try to reply as often as possible to you guys. Scrolling down, I just recently posted these 3 pictures today. These are the LeBron Horseman shoes. These are the 16s. This is the Squadron Supreme. Now, most of you guys have viewed that video already that I uploaded onto my channel, talking about an possible appearance in a future Avengers film. So typically when I post something there, I will come post a picture on Instagram and post another post on Twitter. And then this is a picture of Savannah Ramirez, who you guys possibly know from the hit series show The Fosters, and now the spinoff, which is called Good Trouble. It airs on Freeform, so if you guys are watching that show, kudos to you. I will be making videos on that soon, so hopefully we can definitely talk about that. Savannah Ramirez is, a very beautiful Latina person. She loves her fan base, and honestly, she loves talking to me. you know, I I kind of hate to rub that in your faces sometimes, but me doing like fan art and drawing pictures of her and stuff like that, she happened to like one of my posts and she actually followed me. And every time I would comment on either a picture of her or her sister, who is known as Savannah Ramirez, every time I comment on either Sierra's post or Savannah, they both actually send me replies, you know what I'm saying? Just showing me that they actually pay attention to their fan base and they actually read their comments. And I love that about them. And honestly, we need more actors and actresses that do that, because the world itself is a huge fan base. And you know what I'm saying? People take time out of their days to comment on these photos, pouring out their hearts on these photos, hoping that, their role models will someday respond to them. And thousands, even billions people don't get replies back, So I am one of the lucky few that actually get replies back from Savannah Ramirez, and I love that, and I love her. She's just honestly just like she's super hot. Just like looking at that, you're just like, damn, you have a reason to like that, Like she's just beautiful, you know, nice, amazing body. And one thing that most people don't really know about her, she is actually a talented singer, you know and it has nothing to do with just being a Latina. She actually has the vocals. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted to put out an album, like she has the power to do that, And I will definitely want to listen to that album because her voice is amazing. But yeah, as I said, this is my one and only Instagram. Um, I post things typically on whatever I feel, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, I'm grown. I can post anything. It's up to you guys if you want to follow me. But, I do admire a lot of females, and I do admire my comic book shows and, anything cartoon related or anything that's funny in my, you know, perspective, you know. Um, as I said, you got all of this stuff, some stuff from Roblox, movie stuff, Vanessa Hudgens stuff. You got stuff from the DC streaming service. You got the Nipsey Hustle that kind of hit me a little hard. You know what I'm saying? You got Dragon Ball Z, art that I made myself, music on my page. It's rare to find some pictures of me, but if you scroll back a couple of years, you will find a couple of selfies up here. I have some of my merch, more artwork, so this is what you will find if you follow me. So, yeah, you make that decision if you think I deserve a follow on Instagram. But be mindful that you will see some things that may be, not appropriate for your age, and you don't have to like it, you know? But with that being said, I am going to end this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. In the comment section below, let me know if you like broccoli and what you guys do to make it better, in case you don't like its natural raw taste. Let me know what you guys actually add to your broccoli. And do you believe that it is actually good for you? So let me know in the comment section below. As always, it's been, an education. It's been fun talking here with you guys. I love the support. I love that you guys are viewing my content and, giving me those likes. So continue to do that so our channel can grow. We're on that goal of reaching 1K, and we're about 75% still away from that actual goal. But, it's all good. I'm not in no rush. So just continue to keep subscribing. Tell your friends and your colleagues, your family members about my channel, and tell them to subscribe and make sure they turn on their post notifications because they don't want to miss any of these videos that are coming out. Those post notifications will send you like an alert, basically, a message in your Gmail stating that I'm uploading a video or doing a live stream. And as I said, be sure to leave a like and fill in the comment section with your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Educate me if you feel I need to be educated. Let me know if I missed something. If there's something you need to add, you could write it there. Or if you just want to say hey, say hey. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.